Let's start off with D.C. right now. Again, Jim Jordan, the front runner for Speaker of the House. Are you expecting him to be elected today? And all this tension, when we talk about the U.S. economy, the possibility of a shutdown 1 month from today, how should investors view all this?
So on the election of the speaker, I'm skeptical that Jordan's going to get it on the first ballot. And I think Emily laid it out pretty well, that he's had momentum, Jordan has had momentum through after the weekend. A lot of the no Jordan votes broke towards him, but he's still several votes short. The question is how many, and I think they want to use that first ballot today to kind of smoke out the opposition and see who's left standing, and then work on those holdouts and try and flip them. So I don't think it's going to be 15 ballots the last time. I don't think Jordan would stick around for that long, but it's going to be more than one. The question is two or three. But I think in the next couple of days it probably gets wrapped up. But let's be humble about this and acknowledge that it's been unpredictable the whole time.
So you're saying wrapped up with Jim Jordan being elected Speaker of the House?
I think so.
Okay.
Look, it's not a foregone conclusion, but I think that's the most likely outcome at this point.
Let's just go forward with that hypothetical situation. Let's say at some point, maybe less than 15 votes, but at some point Jim Jordan's elected. Is funding for Israel, is that top of mind for this Congress right now? And let's talk about the geopolitical ramifications of this speaker race being dragged out and that funding being delayed and some of the other things that we're seeing today, including, Russia and China meeting up and calling the West agents of chaos.
So Congress is going to be dealing with two international aid packages, one for Israel and a second for Ukraine. And the Ukraine issue has obviously been out there for quite some time. There is growing resistance to Ukraine funding among Republicans. It's always been in the House. It may be growing in the Senate. And I think the Biden administration and Senate Democrats, congressional Democrats, will want to tie the two together because the Israeli funding has wide bipartisan support. There's going to be a lot of pushback against Republicans to tie the two together, maybe strip them out, have them separate votes. But I think funding for Israel, it's going to happen. The question is, does it get slowed by the Ukraine issue? The Ukraine funding, I'm less certain of. And that's kind of getting into the second part of your question, the long-term ramifications. I would argue that China and others are looking at the situation in Ukraine and our funding and support for Ukraine, similarly to how I think Russia viewed our withdrawal, the Americans' withdrawal from Afghanistan. And so if Congress decides to significantly reduce or cut off aid to Ukraine, I think that has the potential to embolden China in its pursuit of reuniting with Taiwan.
All right. So we're really tying this all together right now. So there's a lot of geopolitical implications right now for investors. So at least for this week, there's a lot of questions up in the air, as you mentioned. The vote for House Speaker that you think won't take 15 votes, but may take quite a few. We have China and Russia meeting up. And of course, we just have the situation in the Middle East right now between Israel and Hamas. As investors, how should they view this coming up week? Are you expecting to see big announcements that could create volatility? I mean, how would you look at it?
So far, I've actually been surprised by the whole situation that there hasn't been more volatility. It's ticked up a little bit, but not significantly. So I think resolving the issue domestically in the United States is a positive that could reduce volatility. I think volatility tied to the international issues could be longer term. One, depending on how the situation in Israel and Gaza develops and escalates. The China issue, which I referenced, in Taiwan, that's a longer term issue. So I don't expect short term volatility from that. But that is something to keep in mind, depending on how Congress deals with Ukraine funding. Longer term, I think there are implications from that vote.
All right, one other thing I want to ask you about is restrictions on AI when it comes to China. Some reports that the Biden administration could make an announcement related to that. As we see again, Russia and China meeting up ahead of a forum in China in Beijing right now, where Putin's in Beijing. What's the political climate when it comes to de-risking U.S.-China, decoupling? I mean, give us a sense for investors especially. How should they view the situation?
Yeah, so there was a lot of happy talk a couple of months ago after a series of meetings in China between Biden administration officials and Chinese government officials. I always thought that was overdone and that U.S. domestic policy and politics were going to dictate a different outcome. So, I think the de-risking from an American perspective, kind of decoupling a little bit from China, is going to continue. Domestic pressure here in the United States to be tough on China, especially ahead of 2024, is going to increase. You mentioned the chip issue. We have the tariffs, the extension of the tariffs, which is yet to be resolved. I think that's going to come in the coming months. So I don't think we're entering a kind of a new era of feel good era with China. I think it's going to continue to be a go tough on China policy.